guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Soti here, sotonyeipalibowokoma, YouTuber based in Nigeria that does mostly beauty, fashion and lifestyle. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a natural glam, a beginners friendly natural glam. You know, it's something that we naturally gravitate towards in doing something soft, something that is not too time consuming and, you know, quick and ready to go. So that's what I'll be doing today, to encompass of, you know, your eyes, your base, your lips, and yeah, so that's what it's going to be about. It's going to be, like I said, beginner friendly. So thank you guys so much for clicking on the channel to watch the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and please, if you're a newbie, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the end. So the first product I'll be going in with is the Zaron oil block mattifier all over my face. Applying that on my T-zone areas where I know that I'm going to get oily. And my nose. Going in with my fan to allow it to dry down. The next product will be my primer. Normally after applying the oil block, I'll go with my primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'll be applying this on my entire face to prime my face. Mind you, I have already set my face. I used hyaluronic acid, I used niacinamide, and I went in with sunscreen, by the way, to set my entire base before going in with the oil block and the primer. So again, after applying this, I will still use my fan to allow it to dry down. Don't forget that you mustn't necessarily use this particular primer. As a beginner, when you're applying makeup, just get a nice primer that will help you, like, help your base to like really set well. This is a good primer. You can also get the one from Classic, you can also get the one from Zaron. Those are really good primers. Or you can get the Rimmel London Stay Matte primer. Those ones are actually good as well. Next, my Zikel Skin Pro Filter, and this is in the shade OMG 1008. So I'm applying that at the back of my hand. Now I'll be going in with my setting spray to just set the entire foundation. And this is from the Tehila Cosmetics brand Hydro Mist Setting Spray. Blending it in with the same sponge I used for my foundation. I'm not going around my eyes with my foundation. I don't want it to be too cakey around my eyes. For contour, I'll be using the HD Lightweight Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer and Corrector. On my cheekbones, bridge of my nose, a little bit on my temple area, and my jawline. Still blending all of this in with my sponge. Concealer, I'd be using the Zaron 5-in-1 facelift concealer. I'll be sure to leave the brand names and my shade numbers in the description box, such that in case you want to purchase, it can be easier for you, just in case I'm your shade as well. I will allow that to sit whilst I apply some blush. Blush should be from Tehila Cosmetics, and I'll be using the shade Boom. It's this orange shade right here. I'll be using this guy, still with my sponge. Let's blend out the concealer now. It's just step by step. Foundation, contour, the concealer, your blush, and then you blend. I'm using a sponge and it's still the same sponge. It has multiple sides, so please, you can use one sponge and just do your entire makeup. So let's blend out this concealer now. The key to blending your nose, make sure you're pinching your sponge to be precise in where you're applying your where you've applied your concealer, so that you're not going out of placement. And then even if you go out of placement, just go back in with the part that you applied your contour and then you clean up. If there are any harsh lines, just go back in with your sponge and go over those harsh lines, those harsh areas that you feel. And then I'm going back in with my setting spray to set all of that in and allow to dry down. Before I go in with my setting powder, I'd like to go in with my Zikel Skin Fit Compact Powder to set under my eyes, because my eyes tend to crease, so I don't want that. So I need to use this powder first. It's in the shade Vanilla. It's in the shade Vanilla ZP0 or 030. So first I will blend out under that under my eyes, and then using that same sponge, just pick a little amount and just go there precisely under my eyes, because I don't want it to start creasing quicker than I can say concealer. The same thing for the other eye. Just blending it out first, then going in with the powder. I'm just dressing the leftover down to the rest of my face. Or not the rest of my face, the rest of the part that I concealed. A little bit extra to just, like, you know, yeah, at the forehead, bridge of my nose, and that's it, so that there isn't any creasing whatsoever. Okay, for setting powder, I'll still be using the Zaron setting powder in the shade Cruise. So when I take some, I dab off the excess inside my palm and then go in. I tend to focus it more on the inner part of my eyes, because that's where I want the brightness to really stand out. Okay, with my placement, I'll just go in with my powder now to set the rest of my face, and also go in with my contour palette. The powder I'll be using is from Zaron. It's this one right here. You should know this powder by now. Like, do I need to say too much? You should just know this powder by now. Be going in with this Zaron chiseled, and I'm using this shade right here. Oh, this is in the shade Stone, by the way. Basically powder contouring, setting the rest of the areas that I applied contour. So I'm just being straightforward here so that it's easy for you to get a flawless base. You don't need much products, like just know how to blend. Like one key thing as a makeup artist or as someone that does makeup, I would say, is make sure that you are blending well. Nobody wants to see patches on your skin. We don't want to see patches. We want to see a well blended skin. And don't forget to apply contour on your jaw to like make it look sculpted, like you have, you know, a sculpted neckline. a sculpted jawline. I meant to say, no, it's sculpted neckline. So yeah, now let's set that blush. Still using this shade right here from the Zaron Chisel palette. I use my sponge for that. I'm applying it on my nose because I like blush on my nose. I've done my eyebrows and a bit of my eyes off camera. I apologize for that, but I had to do it because when you apply your concealer for your eyebrows, you equally have to extend that down to your lid if you're going to do your eyeshadows, or if you have an intention to apply any colors on your eyes. What I've done is the concealer that I used to conceal my brows, I equally extended it to my eyelids to set my eyes and prep it for any shadows I'm about to apply. And I also set that using the same Zikel compact powder to set that in place, so that as I'm applying my eyeshadow, everything is just blending out very well. So I'm going to go in with some shimmers, and the palette I'm using is this palette, Blossom Makeup African Queen eyeshadow palette. I don't really know what I want to do for my eyes, but let's start with our crease. Let me set my crease first. I'm going to be using this color, I think it's called Ne. Yeah, this shade right here to set my crease. So your crease is just your eye socket, yeah? If you have hooded eyes, please go above your crease. So I'm going to do this eye and then replicate everything that I do here on this eye, tapping up the excess as well when you pick up eyeshadow. Oh, before you do this, it just slipped my mind because I've gotten used to, you know, applying makeup and I'm super duper careful. I'm going to apply this powder. It's a translucent powder to help set my under eye, to equally help you as well, to set my under eye, just because I don't want the fallout of the foundation on the base that I've just created. So I'm using this what's this powder now? This Air Spoon Loose Space powder under my eyes here, and I'm going to be generous with it, like really generous. You don't have to blend it in, just apply, you know, a generous amount because you're going to brush it off anyways. So that's basically like baking, but you're going to like wipe it off, and it's translucent, so it doesn't leave any what's it called, any residue, I guess. Yeah, so extending that into my eye socket to blend in with my nose contour. I think that's good. I like the way it's looking. Then I go in with a matte shade now for the inner part of my eyes because I want to look matte. We're using this cheesy, this color here is like a lilac color. Yeah, you can close your eyes a little bit so that you're getting every part of your eyelids, just in the front part anyways. Once I'm okay with that shade on my lid, extending it a bit to the back as well, like the entire lid. I can go back in with that my crease brush and just clean it up and see. Then I'm going to use a darker shade, like a brown, and the color I'm using is this one called in Chem. Yeah, please, the names here sound a little bit African. Yeah, this one here called in Chem, and I'm going to like wing it out a bit. So I'm packing that just at the lower part of my lashes and then extending it out and then blending that through. So now that I've blended that out completely, I'm going with black to just deepen that, you know, the tail part of my eyes and just like wing it out a bit. Yeah, let me do that. It's not complicated, it's just straightforward. Let me do it. So I'm using the black here. It's called Anuli, just to intensify the, you know, brown shade that I applied. So I've done this eye now. I'm just going to replicate everything that I did here to the other eye. So basically when you're applying, yeah, there are some fallouts here which I will clean up and I'll show you how to do that. But let me just explain this. When you're applying your eyeshadow and you want to do like a wing, you start with small, and that's why I'm using this brush. You start with small quantity and a small size brush so that you're precise in what you're doing. So you first of all start small and then you smoke it out, then you take a little more and then, you know, you draw like a line, making it look like a wing, but then you don't blend out the line that you drew, you blend above the line that you drew. So you give it that smoky effect and you're gradually raising your hands up to give it that gradient, you know, like from deeper to less deeper to, yeah. So you're just blending it out like that to give it that flawless and don't go and close your eye, you won't see. Please open your eyes so that you know where you want it to sit on your eyes. So I'm going to replicate the same thing I did here on this eye. So before I you know, like do the concealing part, let's dust off the excess powder on our face. I'm just using my brush to do that, the same brush I used to set my entire face. Just dusting off that excess powder. And then if you feel that, oh, it's not sharp enough, it's not precise enough, get concealer at the back of your hand, get your concealer brush and clean that thing to be crisp and sharp. So the same concealer you use for your eyes, just go there and clean it up. And you tap it in. Please don't drag. You get a mirror and you just tap it in right there. You don't drag to avoid lifting. So I'm just gently tapping it in, and then once I'm done tapping it in and it's okay to what I like and what I want it to be, I would go in with my setting powder to just blend that through. And voila, it's crisp and sharp. Then you dust off the excess. If you feel it's not giving you exact color, just go back in with your what's it called, compact powder, and then you still go in and set it. Just be careful not to go overboard and you don't miss out anything. And if you did miss out something, go back in with those brushes that you used and just redefine it. Nothing is too difficult to do. So Yeah, then dust off the excess and you're good to go. See, it's looking crisp, like, you know, sharp. Let's do the same thing on this eye and I'll be back. For lips, I'll be using this Zaron pencil to line my lips. And then I'll use this lip gloss from Paula's Beauty to, you know, blend them together. Ah, so pretty. Then I would go in with this irresistible lip gloss from Blossom Makeup. It's in the shade Latte. The Paula's Beauty choice one is called Elewa. Am I pronouncing it well? Elewa. That's the name written here. Let's pray it focus for you guys to see. It's called Elewa or Ilewa. I think maybe Elewa or Ilewa. Then this one is called Latte. It's a nude shade from their brand. So let me just use it to line the color that I applied to use and line my lips. It's making everything look so warm. Let me fix my eyelashes and I'll be back. I'm back now. I fixed my lashes, worn my wig, applied the Sopro setting or fixing spray, which is called Seal It. This is it, and locked up this entire look. So that's that for the makeup. I'll be sure to list the products that I used in the description box just in case you want to purchase or recreate this look. It's a versatile look and it's a natural glam. You can use it for anything, for work, you know, for any occasion you're going for, maybe a birthday celebration, or, you know, like a shower or whatever occasion you're going for. You can use it. Maybe if you want to dim it down, you can change the lashes that you use, maybe not as dramatic as what I use now, but either way it works very fine. The eyeshadow combination with the lips, it gives you chef's kiss. So anyways, don't forget to like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know your thoughts, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like, you're welcome, you're new. Thank you so much for watching the video to this point, and if you're an OG, you're doing well. Thank you for coming to watch another video. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye.